know this guy. He runs this class. It was made for guys like you.
When entering this building, you will talk to no one.
How many of you retards own a self-help book? That's your first problem. You can't help yourself because yourself sucks.
So, when you found out you were going to be doing this movie with Napoleon Dynamite, were you ready to kind of go toe-to-toe with this new young punk and teach him some tricks?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, John's such a nice guy. You can't pick on him much, you know. That's why it's good to be able to play a part like I do in this, because in the movie I get to pick on people, you know. In real life you can't do it so much, you know, or don't feel like doing it. But I loved working with John. He's really, really nice guy, and you know, it seemed like pretty good casting, the two of us, you know.
It was definitely intimidating, like thinking, wow, this is a great actor, but what I love about acting is like, and I was like, well, I hope he's a cool guy, and I had always heard great things about him, and it was true, you know, he was a really nice guy, and so he really kind of breaks that tension because he totally acts professionally. He'll come on set, he's very kind to everybody, and when he has to act like a jerk, he knows how to do it.
It is time to kill or be killed.
It says here to maintain a minimum distance of 100 feet between shooter and target, though.
Oh, my God! Now, does anybody else want to read their gun? When do we start? Now. Oh. You already shot me! Are you guys a bunch of retards? Spread out!
And, you've had a nice little run of these guys who are sort of gleefully mean to people. Is that especially fun for you to play?
Well, yeah, it is fun. You know, I think, you know, those guys and those kind of relationships, especially the one like John and I have in this movie, have been around in comedy for a long time. I mean, even in comedy teams, you know, there was always the goofball and then the other guy who was always hitting him with his hat or whatever, you know, like Oliver Hardy and Stan Laurel and people like that.
And did you get to torture John at all? Did you come up with ideas like making him wear the short?
Yeah, always. Every day we would start off and go, and Billy and I would be like, what can we do to really fuck with John Heder? Like, what can we do to really torture him? Like that one scene on the plane where he's lying on the floor, and I promised him that we would, when that guy takes his sock off, and I promised him that we would replace that sock in a cut. We always would cut, and then Billy would take a clean sock and put it in his mouth. Like on one take, we're just like, fuck it, let's just take the guy's sock and do one shot. And that's the shot that's in the movie because it goes right off the guy's foot, right into his mouth. But Heder had his eyes closed, so he didn't even know.
And I'm kind of a germaphobe. I was telling Todd, like, look, I don't want to really do this. You're going to switch socks. It's like, of course, we're not going to make it. You know, they never make actors do really that gross stuff. But Billy set it up so that it wasn't going to be that way. Now, I wouldn't know because my eyes were closed the whole time. So I watched playback after that, and sure enough, takes his sock right off his foot and shoves it in my mouth. Take after take.
What's your ass, Roger?
Nervous.
Oh my God, Dennis!
Oh man, I'm so sorry. I thought I had it.
That's cool. It happens.
Are you okay, Dennis?
You know, actually, I think I'm gonna stand back here.